Christianity is a misnomer, and people get so caught up in living, they don't even know why. They don't even stop to question. See, the thing is, we say that Jesus Christ is coming back, but that's become more or less a trope, and we give more importance to our jobs or the people we follow than we even give to God. He's become secondary, maybe even tertiary in our lives, and success has become more of an importance. So my thing is that, well, there is one big thing that I found to be an issue. Multiple here in this country, in the United States, but one that I think that is important that people aren't even aware of. But here in this country, we have these things called stars. These wonderful, tiny little figures that we just strive for. These unreachable things up in the sky called stars. But they also have another name, and they're called celebrities. So these celebrities, these beautiful figures, these they're epitomized to be these wonderful things that we all want to be, we all want to get to, and no matter if there's success, where everyone can see them up in the sky. Yeah, those are all idols. Some people have posters of them on their walls. They bow down to them. They allow them to influence their beliefs. They give them more attention than they do even God. Now, like I said, some people don't even realize that. Now, a couple months ago, or back in July, I had a dream where I was sitting down, at this point, like I was waiting for God to reveal Himself. Like I was asking, I just want to see Him or something, have a grand experience. But at this point, like I was in this dream, I had like this tingling sensation as I was sitting down, and like there was this feeling of electricity that was just growing, and I was anticipating someone's entering the room, and I was in a room full of people, and we were facing each other. It was like a big like auditorium, something like that. But and I was sitting next to a door, and all these people I was looking at, they're like directors, actors, actresses, movie producers, and they're all waiting for this one man to enter the room. And I thought it was gonna be Jesus. Like I was so excited. I thought, like, finally I'm gonna get to meet Him. And as the anticipation grew, as the man started walking through the door, I looked up off to my left shoulder, and I was looking up at him all in slow motion, and I realized that he was just a man. But the thing is, like, everybody, they stood up to their feet. Like every single person stood up to their feet when he walked in the room. And I stayed sitting, and everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, what is wrong with you? Why aren't you standing? Why aren't you standing?" And I looked back at them and I said, "Why are you standing?" That's like the most, it was really, really confusing to me, because I didn't really understand what was the big deal with this guy. He's just a normal human being. Maybe he made a good couple movies, but everybody else seemed to think that he was God. And I looked up at him, and I don't know if it was physically or if it was just like a, what do you call it? Like hypnagogic hallucination. But I heard pretty loud and clear. I thought I actually said with my own mouth, but I looked up at him and I said, "I will stand for no man but for God alone." And as I said alone, like I woke up. I was gradually woken up as I was saying the sentence, and then when I said alone, I woke up, and it was bright outside, because here in Washington everything's weird, like it's bright at like 5 a.m. But I said, "I will stand for no man but for God alone." And so that's one thing. we put too much time on things that don't really matter. Things that won't matter the moment we die. Another thing that won't matter the moment we die are, these petty little feuds that we have among each other, whether it's in the church, outside of the church, at work, friends, whatever the case. Tomorrow might be too late to forgive someone. Tomorrow might be too late to get closer to God. And one quick question: is there such thing as being close enough to God? I mean, plenty of these Christians seem to think so. They don't even pursue him. They say, "Yeah, I believe he exists," but they don't even go further than that. You got newer Christians that are actually like seeking out, trying to figure out what he's all about and everything, but they just get complacent because Jesus Christ has come back. Complacent, whatever the case, whatever it is, they get complacent with the repentance and the habitual sin. They repent, blah blah, then they start sinning again, and then it just becomes routine. But you can't get into heaven just being lukewarm, and you can't get into heaven just being a believer. Like I said, Christianity has become a misnomer. It's become something that it's not. You have to be a complete follower, devout Christian. And if you don't think that, then you think that there is such thing as being close enough to God, and that's an issue. Maybe not for you, if you don't care enough, but hey, it's an issue for people who actually take it seriously. Now, my thing is, the moment that you die, it's going to be too late to forgive people. So if you have someone that you haven't forgiven, there's nothing more devastating than to not forgive someone else and then, not being forgiven by your Creator. And He's saying, you didn't forgive this other person, and I'm not going to forgive you. There's nothing more devastating than that. I had another dream. In this dream, it felt like I felt like it was real life. I thought it was real life, so it was pretty vivid. But yeah. So my thing is just that in this dream, I was looking at my family, and I looked at all of them, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry for not forgiving you all, because I was mad at them for some reason, and it turned into this whole thing, and then even for a moment, I was really upset with myself because I didn't, because I was angry with them to begin with, and it was just at that point, like I knew I was about to die, and it didn't feel like it was worth it at all, not even for a moment. And some people think or some Christians even seem to think that it is worth it, or they forget who they follow. You're supposed to be practicing radical forgiveness, radical love. No, Christianity has become something totally different. It's no longer about following Christ. It's more about saying you believe in Him, and that's it. No, it means following Christ and following His word, His teachings and instructions. It's not. Now, some say that that's pretty hard to do. No, it's not. It's not really hard. All you got to do is just do the work. Don't sin. Believe in Him, and if He calls you to do something, do it. But yeah. Tomorrow might be too late. Yeah. I guess a proper legacy is to, or at least for me, something that will truly matter is, telling people to forgive in a world that is so unforgiving. If you really want this place to get better, you gotta start somewhere, and I think it starts with you. There's so much violence in this world, so much evil in this world. Everyone says and points to the Nazis. Why didn't they do something different? Were they evil, or were they just following orders? I look at the United States here, and I wonder why people aren't asking the same questions. We see the slaves. We see how they were dehumanized. They aren't human, so slavery is okay. Remove the moral dilemma. Then I see people supporting abortions and saying those fetuses, they're not human. Remove the moral dilemma. Back when there was segregation and just overall prejudice against black people, they did it. They did it without hesitation. They didn't question. They just hated. Not for the content of their character or anything like that. They just hated them just because of the way they look. They're doing the same thing for cops. History does repeat itself. The same way that we crucified Christ those thousands of years ago. The same way that we do some of the most despicable, moral atrocities. And we're not even aware of it. But we like pointing fingers though. So, if anything, I honestly don't think that we are progressing as a human race. If we were to plot ourselves on a graph, I don't think we're going up. I don't think we're stagnating or plateauing. Because if we can't get that right, the morality thing right, if we can't get the peace thing right, where are we going? Why are we going anywhere? Why? What's the point? What are we trying to get at? We're evolving scientifically, technologically. Cool. Why? If we just evolved out of chance, I guess we're just gonna evolve without, faults, or just gonna keep going for whatever reason until we inevitably run out of energy and just choose to lay down and die. Or there's actually more meaning to all of this, and I say God is in control. That's my opinion. No, it's actually the truth. And it makes more sense to me. Otherwise, there is no reason to live. It's all illogical. Because if there is no universal meaning to life, if there is no universal purpose to every individual, then life living, or at least made for some people, is illogical. No reason for it. If I say my life is worthless and you say your life is worth something, 500,000 people say it is, 500,000 people say it isn't, which is it? I say to you, what is my purpose? And then you say to me, it's up to you to decide. No. I said it isn't, you said it is. It's your job. You have the burden of proof to prove to me that my life is worth something. They're not going to have an answer. Then their answer may be, okay, just die. You don't need to live. You don't have a purpose. If you don't want to give yourself one, okay, then life is expendable. Life is not inherently valuable. And you see that in a lot of people who support just involuntary killing life, taking it. We're not God. We didn't give that life. We can't take it. I don't know what I don't have all the answers. I'm just bringing up an important question to ponder, even for yourself. Don't take it from me. Don't take my opinion. But definitely don't think that your opinion, if you already have one, is from yourself. Because if you already had an opinion, you'd even think about it and you just jump to the conclusion. It's probably not your opinion to begin with. Yeah, because I put a lot of thought into it. If you can just jump to one in a split second, then I'm pretty sure that you were told what to think. Because I'm pretty sure the philosophers we all quote today, I'm pretty sure they actually did thinking. Yeah, you don't see a lot of that nowadays. Critical thinking is critically and criminally underrated. Yeah, but plenty of moral issues. And I think that, once again, people get caught up in living. They don't even stop to question why. So, Christians, remember why you're here. And I ask anyone who does not truly know, or they're unsure, agnostics, whatever the case, do some actual truth seeking. Seek the truth instead of just saying, hey, I don't know. Because it's important. Otherwise, you don't know why you're living, and by an atheist's opinion, if you don't know why, then you shouldn't. It doesn't matter if you do or you don't. I don't want to say atheist. Some people, just generalization. Tell me if I'm wrong about something. Just thinking, just thoughts.